Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered! Today gonna be a match between Light and Action here on Fighting Spirit. This is a 2020 replay that was sent to me by RJB of RJB TV fame. You probably know who he is if you've been around my channel for a while. Top left gonna be a yellow Terran. It is Light. Woo! And in the bottom left, it's Action, a white Zerg player who you know and love. So Action versus Light here. Light is very, very good at TVZ. He can go pure bio, he can start out as mech, he can start out as bio and switch into mech at any time. So you have to be on your toes if you're a Zerg facing off against Light. I like his Smurf name, Lucifer Morning. I have no idea why it is, but hey, we've seen him use that name several times on this channel, so okay, Light. I like it. Anyway, happy Brood War Day. I cast Brood War 6 times a week on this channel, so hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you're interested in seeing games that have never been before cast. Sometimes I do cast replays that have been cast, but maybe not in English. But most of these lately have just been games that haven't been cast. They are practice matches and things like that of the sort. And yeah, just big names here on display. Terra the Overlord, scouting out the right way. That's right, man. Indeed. Hatch first in it. Here's Action. Nothing too crazy from him. It's a 4-player map. It's Fighting Spirit. You can get away with that. Going Hatch first on a 2-player map would be a little bit dicier, like if you're on Heartbreak Ridge or something, which is why we see more overpools there. Just because if your opponent has a scout you out, that they're gonna, they're much less likely to bunker rush you or proxy racks you if it's a Terran, for example. So Drone comes out to see what this SEV's up to, says, okay, you're not throwing down a bunker. That's good for me, just a regular scouting boy. And I'm going to head all the way up to the top right, either for scouting or, just going for a really fast third, which I don't think I would recommend against Light. Light's pressure can be pretty scary stuff. I don't know. Second base coming in. I mean, the problem is you can't defend it, right? If you go for a super duper fast third on this map, where you probably want to get it up here or all the way over here in the bottom right, Fog of War is blocking that for me. But you know where those bases are. It's Fighting Spirit. You know this map like the back of your hand, right? You probably know this better than your own neighborhood as far as where everything is and all the details and things like that. I think it's probably true for me. Anyway, yeah, if you try to go for that super duper fast third base, well, a Marine wanders over that way and then it's dead. I guess you could defend it with Lings and stuff, but then you have to make a lot of Lings maybe to defend. You have to have Lings defending down here and defending all the way on the right side of the map. And you probably don't want to be doing that. So just go for the 2-base, go for the lair opening before metabolic boost, do all the normal crazy, not even crazy, the normal standard stuff, right? When it comes to TVZ, this is what the Zergs do these days. They go for the lair before metabolic boost, speedlings, unless they're planning on trying to Ling Flood, which we don't see a lot on this channel because I do cast mostly macro games. However, I do sneaky twofers in here every once in a while. So if you're ever like, man, Falcon only cast the long games. Whoa, you might be in for a surprise one of these times. Is this game a sneaky twofer? I'm not giving that away. This could either just be a straight up crazy good macro game or, sneaky twofer. First game ends in 1 minute. Although based on the fact we don't have speed yet, that's probably not the case. And the fact that we're not making a ton of Marines, and this is a very defensive setup from Light, indicates probably not. Ba-dum-ba-dum-boom. Anything crazy happening in the land of StarCraft right now? No. Academy on the way, normal stuff. That stim, maybe get some fire bats while you're at it. Spires on the way from the Zerg because, I don't know, mute openings are the very traditional side of things here. What is going on in the world? I watched Paper Girls, which I think is a webcomic that got pretty popular. It's about time-traveling teenage girls who kind of get caught up in it. It's not like they're, like time-traveling agents or anything. They're just regular people who get caught up in this time-traveling shenaniganry and crazy stuff happens. So Amazon's adapting it. They did season 1 just recently. They dropped that one, and my sister was like, this is really cool, and so I watched it, and it's got time travel. Do I hate the time travel? Yeah, mostly. I really hate time travel in general in fiction. I think it gets messed up every time. Just the paradox, the concept of if you go back in time and change something, then ta-da, you've changed a lot of stuff in the future. And if you change stuff in the future, then why would you go back in time? It's very... I mean, the basic way to explain the paradox as more and more racks get started here from Light is if you go back in time to kill Hitler, then Hitler doesn't exist. Why did you go back in time to kill him? You don't. It ruins the whole thing. Paradox. It's dumb. Anyway, Paper Girls is pretty good, though. It's pretty nice. And there's your third base. Now that you have Lings kind of out watching the front door, now that you have Mutas on the way, you can defend a big attack that heads over to your third base, especially on this map where it's not that far away. Sometimes on these smaller maps, the third base is not too far of a distance. We will see Terrans just bust across the map to that third base location with Stim and kill it. And then the Zerg player's like, well, crap, I think I just lost. Because, yeah, you lose your third base in a game like this, it's really impossible to come back from it. Maybe not. Impossible is a word that maybe shouldn't exist. But anyway, Marines on the way. And by the way, I mean, there's a bunch of Marines out. There's a couple turrets up. Light has everything under control here. This Muta wants to join the group. I just don't know, guys. I don't know if this is your fight, man. And it is 7 of them. There's 3 more on the way. And air weapons, well, air attack, rather, is getting researched here, too. So this is action committing to a whole bunch of Mutas. We'll see how we can do with them. Getting... What? Super fast Queen's Nest, 6 minutes. Is this crazy, Zerg? Is this the strategy where you get really fast Ultras out and really fast Lings with Adrenal out? And then just try to burn down the Terran, who is trying to go for this Marine stuff, because Adrenal Lings and Ultras murder these guys, right? So the trick on the way to hold this, I learned this from Artosis. I watched him talk about it once on his stream. Is you just go for really solid armor upgrades for your Marines, like really fast. Like try to get +3 armor on your Marines really quickly. And then they could do very well against the Zerglings at that point and do pretty darn good against the Ultras as well. And then you can win. I think that's what he said anyway. It's been a while, and I haven't seen a game like it really since. Haven't had to cast one, haven't seen one on the stream. It's kind of, I don't know how popular it is. And maybe somebody who ladders a lot more than I do is like, oh man, it's a thing. It is a thing. Of course, I don't play Terran really either, so. Hive on the way. Yeah, this is a 7-minute Hive, baby. Mutas. How many of them have died? It's like, I don't think any of them have gone down. Maybe one. He's going Lurker Aspect. He's getting Sunkens up. I mean, this is so fast. So fast to go for Hive. I love a fast Hive. It's one of my favorite things in all of StarCraft. So these Mutas are just trying to keep the Terran away. I mean, the good news is if you go for a fast Hive, then you get a canal up, a Nidus canal up, and you don't have to walk the Hydras over. You can just teleport them over, right? But looks like instead Light's just going to go for the natural base, which is why you want, 3 Sunkens, the traditional number. Oh, maybe sneaking across a little bit. Only found a Ling to murder. That's good. I thought Zergling was just minding his own business, man. Nah, he was a spy. He was a spy for the Zerg army. He doesn't deserve any, any level of sympathy, that's for sure. Okay, so 2 Sunkens will be here. Third one is on the way, but not here yet. Which means the Mutas have to help defend, which totally sucks for these Mutas. They don't want to help defend, but pretty good stacking and nice micro there from Action says, fine, it worked out in the end. Shut up, Falcon. I can defend with Mutalisks. Look at me go, says Action, and you are right, Action. I was wrong. I was wrong to question you. Still, oh, we did just walk a Hydralisk over here. Okay, because there's not a Nidus at this third base, that's for sure. Nidus, oh, Defiler Mound before Nidus. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Wow. So what are we going to... Okay, we're going to do this thing with Lurker Dark Swarm, which, against Marines and Medics is pretty much invincible. Entirely invincible. There you go. Nidus Canal now on the way. Did he start it over... Start it here? Oh, that's it. Building. Look how this shrinks. Like, the animation of it building is so big. It looks like it's spawning pool size, right? But then when it finishes, it's like, my footprint is here now. Yeah, look at that. It always makes me laugh. Like, footprint sizes are weird in StarCraft. It's a 1998 game, man. What do you want from me? Science Vessel's on the way from Light. Excellent. Mutas try to just dart on into the main base and kill stuff, but The turrets aren't dying, guys, and you're taking hits from them consistently, and you did stop all the mining in the main base for like 4 seconds, which is cool and everything. Mutas, there's 11 of them. They got +1, man. It's pretty scary stuff, actually. He could probably get these turrets now, but he decides to get on out. Reasonable. He lost 1 there, at least, possibly 2. The contain from light is real, but guess what's coming up here? Dark Swarm really soon consumes on the way. Oh, but the siege tanks care not as much for your Dark Swarm anyway. Split the lurkers out. Split them. Okay, consume. Can't come fast enough for action right now. Mutas are like, can we kill these tanks? They're very well protected by Marines, so probably not. They got +1/+1, these Marines do. The tanks don't have upgrades yet. The lurkers don't have upgrades yet. The Mutas got that +1 action. And there's that Dark Swarm lurker dart upward and forced retreat. Terran's got to get out of there now, and he does. Scourger out to deal with the Science Vessels 2. Action defending this pretty well. Honestly, he does not seem intimidated by light whatsoever. Action's a very good Zerg player, very solid, and he's proving it here today in this match. Again, hit that like button if you're enjoying it. 4th base on the way, maybe, for Action. No, not getting a 4th base. I guess he feels like he can't really defend it, but this Mutalisk scouting out, sees that light's like, okay, I'm going to set up 2 fronts. 1 here at the natural base, 1 here at what should be a 4th base, but there's not one there yet. Dark Swarm the ramp. Okay, gets a Dark Swarm up on the ramp, irradiated as a result. Siege tanks firing. And these lurkers are overlapping, so that splash damage is a major concern right there. Meanwhile, oh, the Mutas wiped out the whole right side of this container. Now they want the rest of it. Instead, they just fly. Oh, they want to get inside the main base and save it. Now the Mutas, though! Ah! Oh my gosh, the Mutas survived. Barely. Okay, now the Mutas are dead. But hey, they did their job. They saved this drop from getting out of control. This is nuts. 3rd base is now on the way from light. He's got the Zerg player on the back foot. This is how you do it. You just irradiate, right? Irradiate your way up this ramp. That's how it works. Oh, Action. I don't know about this, Action. You're in a lot of trouble. Oh, we got some more Marines inside the main. He's killing drones that are... Why are you going this way? It's probably just a bad rally. Did he get Adrenal? Oh, yeah, he got Adrenal. He got Adrenal, but he doesn't have any upgrades. He's working on +1 attack and +1 carapace for him. Well, this lurker saves the day anyway. We gotta send more units down. We have to break this contain. All they gotta do is sit here with their siege tanks and their science vessel and irradiate lurkers as they show up and irradiate defilers when they show up. Well, it plagues the tanks at least, so they're easier to kill. But yeah, really, this 4th base denial of light is beautiful. It is very, very excellent. 3rd base from him too. Thumbs up. 4th base from... Oh, dude, a 4th base from him while Action is struggling to get his own 4th base would be massive. Utterly massive. Finally gets lurkers down, and guess what? The lurker spines mean the tanks die real fast. Because of the Plague that was tossed down. Excellent. Metasynaptic Node on the way. Ultralisks coming in, so not crazy Zerg. Just getting fast up to Dark Swarm, which is smart. I like it quite a bit, actually. Not going to complain about it here from Action at all. But yeah, this 3rd base, man, is rolling, and there's still doesn't feel safe enough to take a 4th base here. Does Action? He's in trouble. He is in trouble right now. Oh, man, most of Light's army's coming over here. He does try to take the 4th, but here comes, like, everything that exists in Light's army at the moment. And he's got +2 attack, +1 armor on these Marines. And he's got 3 science vessels. And sure, Dark Swarm's good. But sometimes it's only a matter of time, right? Well, I mean, look, Light says, do I want to try to kill that 4th base of Actions, or do I want to get my own 4th base and set it up and establish it? And these things are like, oh, I don't know about this holding the ramp, guys. Yeah, okay, they pulled back. If they had +1, I think they probably would have kept going for it. But anyway, Kindness Plating's coming in, 1-1 for the Ultras. More and more Scourge happening here, but it's 132 to 94 supply. Terrans up, as they're going to be with this strategy of the 8 racks. So by that I mean 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 racks Must watch for a transition into mech. Ooh, good snipe on that science vessel before it could get an irradiate off, maybe? Might have stopped an irradiate. Alright, well, Dark Swarm up. Trying to get a... He does get a plague down, but man, it's only 3 Marines that catch that plague, so it's not really a big deal. You know, it'd be interesting if the main plague was a little bit more accurate, right? And if you plague something, it catches a disease that's communicable, and you can pass it on to other units if they're too nearby. That would be too powerful. What is siege tank firing? Am I crazy? Am I hallucinating a siege tank firing? Maybe there was, and it's dead now. I don't know. Oh, battle cruisers. Oh, battle cruisers are operational. Not quite. Good plague on 2 science vessels there. Yeah. So plaguing 2 science vessels is a million times better than plaguing a couple Marines. This Zergling trying to get up to this top right, I guess. But I mean, look. It's 4 bases to 4 bases officially. 65 SCVs to 52 drones. Taking this 6 o'clock for a 5th base would be pretty good for action. But man, this map control really belongs to the yellow right now, doesn't it? And action really has not been able to do anything by way of getting out there and being offensive and aggressive outside of the Mulus Cuirass, which is pretty normal stuff. But if you want to win this game, he stopped to irradiate, and I think that's the death. Well, he's going to die anyway. There's no one to cover him up here. They're all the way back here. Cover your science vessels. Okay, so Action's going to win this. He needs to kill science vessels, okay? And he needs to start threatening bases of lights. He really can't just keep expanding wherever he wants, whenever he feels down to it. Ultralisk is here. He's got 4 armor. He's staying inside the Dark Swarm. Man, so the Marines are doing 8 damage, but half of this being cut by the Ultralisk armor. But then Irradiate comes in. Irradiate is a Terran's best friend in this matchup. It's good against everything. There is no target you can Irradiate and be like, ah, that was disappointing. I guess maybe drones just because they die so fast. Zerglings too, I suppose, but they're usually clumped up, right? You're usually doing, like, Irradiate, not really contagious necessarily. That was the worst. That was the worst Plague-oo maybe I've ever seen. I don't think it caught a single unit, friendly or otherwise. Like, sometimes, I mean, it catches friendly units and not enemy ones, and that's bad, but, like, at least it caught something. Good Dark Swarm here, too. Actions, placements are good. The Plague... Okay, these ultras need to stop being next to each other, and they need to start attacking things. Look at this. Oh, look at this. This bunker behind science supply depots, rather. Oh, so good. Look who's making 3 battle cruisers. Oh, look at the battle cruiser trying to get stuff done. He walked across the map. He got plagued. He's getting hit by Hydralisks. Yeah, this is the problem with making battle cruisers against Zerg. They have a lot of good answers for them. That group up north is plagued. But, oh, an Ultralisk comes in. Ow, 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 ow. Okay, so that whole group of Marines is dead. Are the rest of the Marines enough to stand in here? No! So actually gets a nice, big-time nice win on the right side here. Killing these medics would be amazing. Light coming down the left side to see if he can push in to maybe where the battle cruiser softened up. It's still... Oh, Hydras took him down. Hydras took the battle cruisers down. There are more here, though. He made, like... Who's making 3? He's still making 3 at a time! Dude, getting up the... Oh, is that engineering bay there so you can't... Oh my gosh. Is there a... There's a medic under the engineering bay. This is such a dirty play. Because you can't target fire the medic under here because the engineering bay is over it. Oh my gosh. Why do we not see this play more often? Why is it such a rarity here? Another decent plague, but just not enough length to really clean it up entirely. Ultra joins the party, says the party is not for me. Yeah, so now these Ultras can't get up here. Oh man, drops. It's got to be drops. What do I always say? Zergs consume and die. Oh, that wasn't great for that Defiler. What do I always say? I always say any Zerg that can use drops, their win rate against Terran and Protoss raises by about 40%, it feels like. Because you're going to have to. To access this base now, you got to drop. This little sneaky play is too much. Battle cruisers. Just casually murdering everything here. They have 0 upgrades. Oh, the Nidus dying would be great. They do get the Nidus, and they catch a plague for their troubles. And now there's Dark Swarm Hydras fighting. You probably want to get out of here, guys. Yeah, let's do it. We have bad acceleration and kind of a slow top speed. But, you know, we're tanky. So that's good. God, I plagued the Zone Overlord. Did he? I can't tell if this Sunken Colony is plagued. or if it's just bleeding because it's almost dead. Hard to tell sometimes. Battlecruisers plagued, running back into the natural base if they can. Lings cleaning up, small group of Marines up this way. Oh, and a big Ultralisk Ling attack. This is what Action was needing to stay in this game. Oh, Firebats are here, though. Lings inside the Dark Swarm, never going to be good. Ultras, pathing, stupid. Just bouncing around a bit like the morons that they are. Ultras are just dumb units. Get inside the Dark Swarm, dummy. All right, well, he doesn't do that. And therefore, oh my gosh, he's got 10 HP and he's not dead. Oh, he gets inside the Dark Swarm. What? Okay, so Action manages to actually wipe out this 12 o'clock base of lights. Did not expect him to really be able to do that, but again, winning up that right side was a big deal. Science Vessel count is really still high for Light, though. He's looking great. He's still up 179 to 147 supply, which is bad. Just you know, Ling Ultra Dark Swarm stuff. It's tale as old as time, song as old as rhyme, Ling Ultra Dark Swarm. These are really nice Dark Swarms. Every time a Dark Swarm comes up, there are Lings and Ultras ready to take advantage of it instantly, and it forces Light back at least, and sometimes it costs him a bunch of stuff. This, oh, like that one! God, that's such a good Dark Swarm. Ultra's like, ugh. We are dumb. We have super bad pathing. Another Dark Swarm up here would be lethal. Is there a Defiler in this group, or are they all dead? The Irradiates are here, boys and girls. We got this. Pushing, really trying to push into this natural base, can't do it. So look, to Action's detriment, he hasn't really been able to take a 5th base yet. He's trying. We'll see if he can hold it or not. I'm not sure that he can. And these Ultras are still just kind of loose inside the main. They're very almost dead, like extremely almost dead. But you know, 8 kills is not bad for an Ultra. I mean, sure, you paid 300 minerals for it, but, you know, getting 8 kills is pretty darn good. He needs to start killing these Science Vessels. A Plague Muta combo would be amazing. Battle Cruisers versus Ultralisks. Good answer, actually, except Ultras can run away. That's a large problem with this. You know, big chunks of damage against the Ultralisks. They got +1 attack now and everything. Whew, this battlecruiser that was attacking the 6 o'clock 5th base of Action gets killed, as has been plagued prior, and these Hydras are here to deal with it. They got +2 armor. I'm not going to bother with any attack upgrades for him. Oh, this man. This 12 o'clock base of lights continues to be in a little bit of trouble. Action's fighting hard right now. Man, Yamato. Of course you research Yamato. You've made like 10 battlecruisers today. JLC's watching this and being like, ooh, battlecruisers. Of course, he gets mad at me if there's battlecruisers made in a game, but battlecruisers lose. So, I don't know, man. I don't watch these before I cast them, but I'll tell you if there's battlecruisers in a game, this is one of them. And, oh, it was looking much better for Light a minute ago. Why would you attack here? This is where all the battlecruisers are. Try to kill this 12 o'clock. Try to go top right, maybe. This tank positioning is really good, though. But all right, fine. We're just going to walk right into this Marine Medic battlecruiser setup. Delicious Plague, though. Like, sick, disgusting Plague there. Another great Plague. Dude, Action's Plagues. You're getting him some major bonus points from me today. Look, Action's not someone that I've been incredibly impressed with in the past. His macro's very good. But sometimes his spellcasting and sometimes his decision-making have been kind of weak. And I'd say in this game, he's really turned it around. I was all ready to be like, oh, Light's got this thing in the bag. But you know, this whole thing's going pretty well for the Zerg player all of a sudden. Siege tank high ground. Once again, great position to put a tank right there against this Ling Ultra stuff. Sure, there are some Hydralisks that maybe could target fire those tanks if they could see them. There's a Sloverlord coming in. Oh, he just got wiped out. Yeah, pull back, regroup. Take down the 12 o'clock. That's the one you want to kill. That's the one that doesn't have any tanks defending it at all. Oh yeah, bunkers at this stage of the game with Adrenalings and Ultras, bunkers are just they're just hot butter, man. And this is a knife going through aforementioned hot butter. Well, that base is probably in trouble. We could infest it if there was a queen out, but that is so rare to see. Oh, look who's taking a left side base too, dude. Action. Dude, Action! I'm gonna be honest, if you had told me you gotta put 20 bucks on someone in this game, I would not have said Action. It's not over, though! Light still has more stuff He still has more stuff, but the more stuff, if it's Marines, aren't just going to trade super well against this Ling Ultra Dark Swarm stuff. They're not really meant for it. A mech transition would be hot, but he spent all of his gas in transitioning well. He's got a few tanks here, but he's still working his barracks, man. This is not a mech transition. I've seen him before. This is not what this is. It's the battle cruisers he keeps sinking his money into. These bunkers are empty? Oh, no. Why would these bunkers be empty? Look at this. Is this working? Dude, because the SCVs can mineral walk through the medic, they can escape. Okay, if Light wins this game, it's because of this dirty trick right here. Wait. Can you... Oh. She's targetable now. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That might come back to haunt Light. That medic getting repositioned. Another fantastic plague. The Plagoos have been very, very good today from Action. I am beyond impressed with them. In fairness, battle cruisers are slow and they like to stack up, so they're a beautiful, like perfect plague targets, and they always have been. Slowly trying to retake this 12 o'clock, but guess who's here? Some Hydralisks. Get it into burning. Get it into burning. Or just fight these full health battle cruisers. That will go well for you too. Surprise, it did not go well. So look, Action managed to get 2 bases. He lost this one to the Yamatos. It's coming back though. Was that a science vessel all alone in the middle of a pack of Hydras? I guess there were Lings and Ultras there too, sure. Sure. Big engagement, bottom right. Light making a bit of a push down here. Action says, I'm pumping out like 2 Ultras and a bunch of Lings at the same time. The irradiated Ultra doing a lot of damage to these medics too. Just get over there, man. It's not that hard, dude. Do you have full upgrades yet? Yeah, fully upgraded and ready to rock. 12 o'clock, it's a lurker up here to do some damage. I love that. I love just walking a single lurker across the map and being like, all right, we got this thing. Ooh, consume. Here we go. These Lings are following this Defiler. Oh, no, they weren't. They were just behind him and trying to get around, but pathing is dumb. Cool. So this medic group has to get out of here. They might run directly into, I don't know, some Lings and Ultralists. So those medics are going to die. I like it. Action going for probably the least defended base today. The least defended base in this game that Light has tried to take. Right side base. Oh! You just unload Marines in here and they're ready-made medics here. I've been calling them medevacs today. Yes, medics here today. No, these Marines are not having a good time. This one Hydra's like, all right, well, why are you attacking the SCV? Because target firing is hard. That's why. It's 176 to 162 supply. This is a good game. I don't know if this is getting an epic tag or anything, but this is a really excellent game. Battle cruisers doing their own here. Yeah, they're over here on the right side. Like, you can't commit enough resources to kill me. And if you Dark Swarm, I can just move out of the way. You know, we do see battle cruisers as part of TVZ from time to time. It's not an every game kind of a thing. It's really just up to the preference of the Terran if they want to, because this strategy Action's doing is incredibly common. It happens all the time, every day. So it's not that it's strategy dependent. If you want to get battle cruisers, you can. You kind of got to babysit them, and yeah, they're slow and they're bad at running. And they don't do any splash damage. So not exactly what you want against a Zerg player, but the fact they can fly. And the fact that the Zerg player is not going to make Devourers, we're just donating those Scourge. Okay. Like, the Zerg player is not going to make Devourers here today. He's not going to sink any resources into those. $62 to 58 workers. Light's taking some hits. Man, this 12 o'clock base. It's died a few times, y'all. Once again, saving it by lifting the command center. Always nice. I'd argue this has been kind of an amazing TVZ so far. This is great. No matter who wins, I think both players have been playing very well. Light, just at the top of game as usual. Sure, he's lost his space a couple times, kind of. But not really. He hasn't lost the command center yet. Man, every time. Every time he's like, all right, it's back. This Ling Ultra stuff's like, no, I don't know what it is, man. I'm not convinced that it is. Dark Swarm, pop. Dark Swarm pop. Dark Swarm. Oh, he had to get irradiated first to remind him about the Dark Swarm pop. Yeah, so bunker down. Ultralisk chasing these SCVs around. Battle cruisers down in the bottom right. Nothing killing them here. That Spore got some hits off. But man, these guys have +2 attack. They are mean. These battle cruisers. Is this going to be a win solely thanks to, I mean, not solely, but thanks to the amazing power of the battle cruiser? Maybe. It's not over yet, but man, they are getting a lot of value on these outlying bases of the Zerg player. He's going to get an entire base. Going to kill an entire base with the power of battle cruisers here. Dude, all right. These Marines, I think, were sent on a move, and that was the worst thing they could have had happen to them. 166 to 140 supply. Light is up. Light is looking good. Okay, battle cruisers right side took down this 4th base, but got murderized themselves because we're making a lot of Hydras and Scourge to deal with the current plague of battle cruisers today. Now, you don't want to make too many Scourge and too many Hydras. Although, I don't know, Dark Swarm works pretty good at protecting Hydras. It's just a smart Terran will run in there with them and be like, ha-ha! Now what? Plaguing a single science vessel, honestly, probably worth. Especially because the fire alert energy doesn't really cost anything, right? It costs a single Zergling. Well, for a certain amount of energy. So, I don't know. How many links have we spent on Consume today? Is it enough that we care about it all of a sudden? Maybe. Well, tanks high ground continue to be an awesome idea. Zerg player, I mean, at this stage, you just want to try to kill the 12 o'clock again. I'm really shocked we're not putting tanks up here. Like, I still think 2-3 tanks back here would be amazing and really prevent Action from being able to do much at attacking this. Not as much as he has been, anyway. I don't know. Scourge doing a pretty good job hanging out. Light's army looking big, looking strong. Science vessels are hanging close to the Marines for the very reason that there are Scourge out. Oh, don't do that. Don't. What are you doing? Okay, well. So if Action loses this game, it's because he just donated 1,000,000 Scourge for no reason. And if Light wins it, it's the amazing battle cruiser play. How about that? Man, this 12 o'clock base again, though. Turns out, Dark Swarm, Ling Ultra is amazing against bunkers. Why does he keep building bunkers? This right side of base is under attack here. No, enough Lings to defend it. A Dark Swarm there too. Nice plague, but Light's just kind of marching down south right now. And I don't know if going for the natural base really makes any sense at all. Going for the 6 o'clock, which is Action's the newest source of income that he's got on this entire map and in this game. Defensive Matrix is up. Ultralisk doesn't care about your defensive matrix, and Action saves it. But then another attack. Man, Light's doing such a good job just kind of being everywhere. Are we boxer maneuvering? Yes. Abs, this is why you get Burrow. Burrow does not work against the Eraser maneuver. I mean, Eraser maneuver doesn't work against Burrow. You knew what I meant. Oh, science vessels catching some hits. The ones that were already very dead are dead. The ones that were close to dead and not dead. 57 drones for Action right now. Both players spending the money like absolute bosses. Light sort of mining out here, though. And this is a weird thing about Zerg, because they kind of undersaturate their bases, just by the nature. He did burrow them! Oh, I feel so bad. Action, I was wrong to doubt you. You did burrow. You did save them from the dreaded Eraser. This 12 o'clock base, man. Okay. If Action wins this, it's going to be because of his assault at this 12 o'clock base. Woo, look at the tanks moved. They all go. He's still making tanks. It's Tank Marine here. The right side base in a lot of trouble. This 3 o'clock for Action, I think, is going to fall. There's really not much to save it, but this 12 o'clock is going down to more Plague, Dark Swarm, Ultra stuff. It's so good. This Ultra has 9 kills. 3 o'clock base does go down. An evacuation of drones here. He didn't rebuild the 4th. I think, honestly, at this game, it's worth it to rebuild it. Not that he really has enough money to do so. He's got 100 minerals. Anyway, the point was, Zergs will mine out of their bases more slowly than Terrans and Protoss will, just by the nature of how heavily they saturate their bases. So it can be good late game for a Zerg player. Nice plague again. These battle cruisers, man. There's 4 of them out here. A whole bunch of them have died, and yet there's always still more lurking around. I don't need to, like, did you need to Yamato that Defiler? Maybe. Yeah, he's trying to get up here and prevent Light from taking this right side base. But man, this Dark Dark Swarm doesn't protect you 100%. The splash is gonna kill you. Battlecruisers pull back to the natural base of Light. It's 149 to 131 supply. I don't think anyone's been maxed out today, which in 35 minutes is a bit of a crazy thing to say, but I believe it's accurate. A little spazzing out Zergling. What's up, guy? Yeah, fully upgraded Cracklings. Obviously, the 3-3 from the bio. Look, we're in a professionals TVZ here, guys. That's how this works. They're going to have full upgrades with the things they're making. Those tanks on the low ground are just ruining Action's day, though, in an immensely effective way. Some SCVs dying. Defensive Matrix Siege Tank is up. A couple Lings rolling in. They kill a single Siege Tank. That's about it. The repair is good. Hydra tries to do stuff high ground. No. Group of Lings and Hydras down here. Both players are scrapping right now. I mean, sure. There's a lot of Marines. Yeah, this 12 o'clock, This isn't, maybe late on the Dark Swarm, a little bit late on the Dark Swarm. But yeah, if all you have are Hydras here. Oh, no, baby. Then you irradiate them. Okay. This counts as defense. Well done. Splash damage, too. A big part of the game that way. Yeah, if Light can take this 3 o'clock position, then Action's dead. I think Action might be dead anyway. I mean, this army coming on the left side is really strong. A disgustingly good Plague again, though. And just more Ultra Ling stuff. Trying to defensive matrix. Double defensive matrix. Triple defensive matrix. Another Dark Swarm comes up, and it's protecting the Ultras, well, and the Marines inside that Dark Swarm. Not what you want to be seeing. Is there still this? Dude, this 12 o'clock base, you don't want to work here. If you're a Marine or like an SCV stationed at this base, you do not want to draw this assignment at all. Oh my gosh. Action refuses to die. Kill this tank. I know. Okay, killing medevacs is also fine. Killing tanks is better. SCV's retreating. They're going to come all the way to the 3 o'clock base. Intercepted, possibly, by the Zerglings. I'm not going to say intercepted a lot, and it's a American football term, and I love American football, so intercepted at the 10-yard line by the Zerglings. Oh, no, the tanks came to the low ground. Why would you do that? Ow, 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 ow. Ow, the bunkers are still empty, man. Okay, this is the scrappin-tasticest. The scrappin' tack. Dude, Action gets on top of these tanks low ground by the 3 o'clock. He's gonna kill him. This base isn't what? Action, how? He loses the 9 o'clock because the battlecruisers moved in. That's a 35 kill battlecruiser. Never mind you. 35 kill battlecruiser. Holy smokes. I'm taking a screenshot of that. That's going in the thumbnail. Woof! 106 supply versus 96. The Terran has been in the lead for most of this game, if not all of it. Are we going to see somebody try to take the center? This has been an incredible back and forth game. The bunker, Shinji. Get inside the bunker, the Dark Swarm! If Light loses this game, I'm going to be prepared for a deluge of comments saying Light should have gone mech. And I agree with ya. I do agree with you on that. 27 SCVs remaining, 26 SCVs, 25 SCVs remaining. Light is not mining from anywhere but this mineral field with 68 minerals left. I think I'm down $20. I think so. Scourge trying to take down battle cruisers. Defensive matrixed battle cruisers. This is not the oh gosh. And then Dark Swarm. Move away! Move away! And suddenly action's up. 86 to 61 supply. Economically, Light's done. Action's kind of done too, though. He doesn't have enough money to make a new hatchery. He doesn't earn... Well, actually, he is still technically mining from the 6 o'clock. This is his saving grace right now. An absolute bonkers game. I don't think I'm going to give it an epic tag, but by golly, it feels close to me. If we're at 39 minutes and the Terran Light has 41 minerals and Action has 80, it's like, okay, well, this has come down to it, hasn't it? Both players in double-digit total supply. I don't know that coming up here is what you want to do with your Action. Oh, the Ultra Lurks start here. And a Lurker's here too. Gets target fired, but not enough. Oh, that's it. That's your GG. If you've got Lings and Ultras on your production, I mean, not that Light has any production, because again, he's got 41 minerals right now. Yeah, this is tough. I mean, look. Light can lift off the command center in the top right and reestablish it over here at the 3 o'clock. And he can get some income. If he's got a base of income, and the Zerg player has a base of income, then Light's in a decent spot. He lifts off his command centers. 5, 6, 7. It is. It's an 8 racks play. If he can... He needs this, though. And he is. He's holding this very nicely. Ah, he's bringing that command center over. Oh, from the low ground. That makes sense. That's fine. Whatever. Command centers are a dime a dozen right now for Light. And by that, I mean, there's maybe not as many as you hoped. Oh, he plagues the command center. That Ultra gets irradiated and blasted by siege tanks. But these tanks, they've been plagued. This is it. This is your battle. If Action can kill this... Why did you run that... Like, all you have to do, Ultra, is keep attacking. Nice attack on those science vessels, though. It's 61 supply from Action. He's running. Okay, the minerals down at the 6 o'clock are running out incredibly fast, but that's it. Your final tank is done. GG! Light taps out, and Action is your winner. What? What? I'm out $20. Hit that like button if you enjoyed that game. Look, Terran fans, I hear you. I do. I know. I feel like it's been a while since we've seen a Terran win, and I do hear you. It's rough. I know it's rough. I remember there was a time a couple years ago where I wasn't keeping track of this because I don't, but somebody in my comments was like, dude, you've cast 7 straight Zerg losses on your channel. And I was like, really? And I went back and looked and I was like, oh, that's gross. So I tried to remedy that. I don't know what to tell you. Like, Action took down Light. $20. It's $20 I'm out. I was 100% willing. I was willing to put $20 on this. Was Light maybe messing around a little bit by putting so much into battle cruisers? Maybe. And maybe this is the cautionary tale why we don't see battle cruisers used. Did they pretty much lock down the 3 o'clock and the 9 o'clock today? Kinda, yeah. Were they pretty good at defense a lot of the time? Sure, but Action just made enough Hydras with the support of Darkstorm and Scourge to just keep them at bay. I mean, there's a 35 kill battlecruiser in this game. So, yeah, battlecruisers weren't bad. Were they overall cost effective? And I would say the answer to that question is probably no. Probably no. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. That was an absolutely incredible TVZ. 41 minutes. 41 minutes today. How often do we get 41-minute TVZs? Not a lot. And just Action everywhere, too. I'm sure I missed some of it. I feel like I did a pretty good job with it today. But, yeah, white and yellow is pretty easy to see on the minimap. But regardless, yeah, what it came down to was Light couldn't hold this base. If he could hold this base, he wins, because the 6 o'clock for Action is dead. There's nothing else mining. Nobody even really tried to take the center. Nobody tried to take the center at all. I mean, the bad news is that Action was also long-distance mining from this left side while he was at it. So it's like, yeah. All right, fair enough. Fair enough indeed. Wow. Action. Again, one of the better macro Zergs in StarCraft right now. And this is why. 362,000 points from Action, 345 from Light. He killed 971 Zerg units today. 1,133 Zerg units died today. I think some of that was probably splash damage. Some of that was, Irradiate, maybe killing stuff. Some of that was consume killing stuff, because that, I think that gets counted here. But when action produced 1,300 units, yeah. Okay. 1,300 Zerg units produced. A lot of that is lings. A lot of that is 50 minerals for 2 units, but still. I mean, Light produced a full 700, which is nuts for a Terran. And then resources here. Yeah, I mean, this is it. Action. He outspent the Terran player by almost a full 20,000, which is a ton of resources. It's 2 less. So it's 18,000 resources. Amazing. Amazing stuff there. And he needed every bit of those resources because he had no money left. He had nothing left. Insane stuff. Oh, wow. All right, cool. Well, that is going to be it for me today. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.